Alright, lana siphendula question 7 for this November 2019 question paper. In the description box uzothola ama-links for other questions engiwaphendulile for this question paper. Now la question 7 sikhuluma ngama-rules of a triangle. Sikhuluma ngo-sine rule, sikhuluma ngo-cosine rule, sikhuluma nge-area rule, right? Lama rules lawa siwa-applya when the given triangle is not a right angle triangle, right? So in a right angle triangle siyazi ukuthi siyakhona uku-applya uPythagoras theorem, siyakhona uku-applya ama-trigonometric ratios if ever sifuna uku-calculate the length of a side, or sifuna uku-calculate the angle. But if isithola a triangle which is not a right angle triangle, that's when sine rule, cosine rule, and the area rule come into play, right? So lawo question 7 sizo-apply those rules. So yeah, ku 7.1, but by the way, this is a two-part question. Kuna 7.1 kubuye kube no 7.2, right? Kubuye kube no 7.2. So ku 7.1 but in the diagram, A, C, E and B are the vertices of a quadrilateral. ABC is equal to 31 degrees. BAC is 106. Now ABC, this angle 31 degrees. BAC is 106. Now BAC, and then BCE, this angle is 46 degrees, and then AC is given as 4.6 centimeters, CE is 10 centimeters, and BC is what is X. 7.1.1, but to calculate the length BC. Sifuna the length BC, or sifuna the value for X. Now lana okay, maybe if I prepare a triangle, my triangle here too, my triangle. Okay, let's say this is A, B, and bunny C, and then lana no A, C, B, right? B. Now bese bathi kuwe maybe A is given as 1 centimeter. Ngiyabekisa la, I'm making an example, and then la B ubani 2 centimeter, then bakupha an angle of 30 degrees, right? So bheka ke bakuphe the opposite sides and the angle in between, of the two given sides. If that's the case, ungakhona uku-apply cosine rule, right? And uma uthatha ukubheka la ku triangle ABC, that's not the case. Bangiphe ama-angle side 2, bangipha iside eli-1, bangipha nani no X, but simcalculate. So cosine rule u-applywa if this is the case, opposite sides, and then bakupha an angle in between, but maybe calculate ubani C, right? So or but calculate the angle between the two given sides. In that case bazokupha ama sides way 3. Now lana ke sizo apply usine rule. Usine rule ke yena apply in such a case if abakuphanga the opposite sides and the angle in between, lawo opposite sides are given, it means you apply usine rule again. So lana, which is something esoyenza again, 7.1, so apply ubani usine rule. Bheka usine rule, ngifuna ubani, ngifuna ukucalculate uBC, ngifuna ukucalculate ubani uX. The unknown side, its opposite angle must be given, or nangaba bakuphanga yona kwamele uyicalculate nangabe uzosebenzisa usine rule. and then this is the unknown side and the opposite angle must be given, and then bheka-ke angisho ku-sine rule you need a pair, or ngathi udinga a ratio between the sine of the angle and its opposite side. The sine of the angle and its opposite side. So only one must be unknown ratio. So the unknown lana ubani x, which is BC, and then the sine of its opposite side, or the angle, the opposite angle, the angle opposite to the unknown side is 106 is given sharp, and then so angle 31 degrees. The opposite side is also given. Therefore, sine rule ngam apply nangabe kuso. Sine rule is equal to BC, the unknown side, divided by the sine of the angle opposite to that side, equal to AC. Now AC divided by the sine of the angle opposite to that side. Now we substitute, and then x BC is equal to bani x, the sine A 106 equal to AC. AC it's this side 4.6 divided by the sine of its opposite angle. Then we cross multiply again. Now cross multiply this x, you multiply no sine 31, and then no sine 106 you multiply no 4.6. So it's 4.6 times sine 106. Then you divide on sine 31 degrees. Why? So that the sine 31 by cancel and sala no x pair. Therefore, now we calculate. Was a calculator? We are calculate. Okay, lana it's multiply. We are not to negative now, but anyway, 4.6 times sine 106 close bracket divided by sine 31 degrees equal to in two decimal places with 8.59 centimeters. Now answer it. Okay, this is the length for bani for BC. Length for bani for BC. Now sesiyofuna i-angle kabani, siyala ku 7.1.2, but calculate the area of quadrilateral ACEB. So this is the quadrilateral. This is the quad. The quad one ACEB. This is the quadrilateral. Come, let's calculate the area for this quadrilateral. We just calculated x, which is 8.59 centimeters. Okay, in order to calculate the area of this quadrilateral, since this is not a common shape, it's definitely not a common shape. Axis rectangle, axis square, axis parallelogram. You might say trapezium, but it's not. So this is not a common shape. So if it's not a common shape, it means again, in order to find the area for this shape, let's split it into triangle 1 and triangle 2. So in other words, ngithi sizocalculate i-area yale quadrilateral by doing this, by calculating the area B triangle CBE, this triangle. So calculate the area la, see add the area for this triangle ga ABC. This triangle ga ABC. Now into so yenza ke manje nayi. So sebenzisa area rule, since this is not a right angle triangle. So sebenzisa area rule to calculate the area for these two triangles. So siyalana ku 7.1.2. Right, then let's start ngale triangle. So sebenzisa area rule, area for triangle BCE is equal to half CE times BC times sine BCE, right? So nasebenzisa this triangle, I mean nasebenzisa area rule CT, udinga this angle nale side leli nale side leli, or if ever bakuphe le angle yala uzodinga this side as well as this side. So lana ke nangiyosebenzisa area rule wami ngiyosebenzisa this BC, check, ngiyobuye ngisebenzise nobani no CE, check, multiplied by half, multiplied by sine BCE, the angle between the two given sides. Therefore, let's calculate the area of yokuqala, which is half. CE simtholile, basiphe no CE, which is 10 times BC is 8.59 times sine 46 degrees. Now let's calculate to get this one. 0.5, it's half. 0.5 no half into 1, but for consistency is 7 to half lapha. Sine 46 degrees equal to 30.8. Wait, let's see, fix this one to 2 decimal places is 30.90 centimeter squared. Then siyabuya this calculator the area for ABC. So calculate the area for triangle ABC, which is equal to half, right? Half. Okay, lana it's a little bit tricky, tricky nyana, but check something la. Sitheni nangabe ufuna calculator the area for any triangle using area rule, you need this angle or the angle between two given sides. Say bangiphele angle, let's say bangiphele angle yala, mina ngizodinga le length yale side, ngidinge nale length yale side. So bheka ke bangiphe 31 degrees, length for this side I'm given, but not this side, right? For 106 bangiphele side, but not for this side. Bangiphe side eli1 between the angle, right? So thina into esingayenza ke manje, we can calculate the angle yalana. Why ngifuna le angle yalana? So that we use this angle because of this side and this side are given. So since this is a triangle and we know that it's 180 minus 106 minus 31 degrees is equal to 43 degrees. This angle ubani, angle ACB is equal to 43 degrees, le angle yala, right? So ithola ukuthi 180 minus 106 minus 31 degrees. So now saying the angle yala, which is 43 degrees, now we can calculate the area for that triangle. So lana it's AC times BC times sine ACB, which is this angle of 43 degrees, equal to 1/2 AC is 4.6, BC is 8.59 times sine ACB is 43 degrees. Okay, 1/2 times 4.6 times 8.59 times the sine 43 degrees. Our answer is 13.47. 13.47, right, centimeter squared. So therefore the area of quadrilateral of our quad is equal to 13.47 plus this 30,90, which is equal to 44.37 square centimeters. This is the area for the quadrilateral. Now siya ku 7.2, the second part of this question, but first ngizo erase la. Alright, now siya la ku 7.2. 7.2, but in the diagram below, PTSR is a parallelogram, and then Q is the midpoint of PR. Now Q lana, this is our Q, and then Martini, it's the midpoint of PR. Now PR, so it's the midpoint. This length to PQ is equal to Vani QR. And then QS is 6 units, PT is 3 units, TS is 8 units, and then QT is equal to X units, and T1 is equal to angle theta. 7.2.1, but show that cos theta is equal to that expression, X squared plus 28 divided by 16X. Alright, for the fact lana we have a cos x equal to something. It means what again? Uchaza ukuthi usebenzisa cosine rule. In some cases, if it's sine x or something lapha, it means uyosebenzisa ulokanje sine rule. But lana sizosebenzisa ubani cosine rule. Now 7.2.1 sizothi ke manje na. But the question is, lo sine rule somsebenza kuphi, on which triangle, or on which triangle? This one, this one, or this one, or this one, right? Mina ngithi sosebenza QTS, triangle QTS. Why? Since cos theta and okay, since we need to show that cos theta is equal to this, and theta simthola kuphi triangle QTS. So sizothi ke 7.2, 7.2.1, so sebenzisa triangle QST or QTS, and then bheka, so sebenzisa ubani cosine rule using the angle kabani ka theta. So the cos of this angle is equal to QS squared. Wait, it's the cosine rule ET. QS squared is equal to QT squared plus TS bani squared minus 2 times the QT and this TS times the cos of this angle, right? So in creating this video, my assumption is that you know how to use Lama rules now. So I'm just trying to kukumbuza nje, but then QS squared is equal to ST squared plus QT squared minus 2 times ST times QT times bani cos theta. So the idea lana is to have this cos theta, and in order to have cos theta, this QS squared must be our subject of the formula. If there was another angle, maybe alpha, or alpha, it's cos alpha equal to this, it means that TS squared begoba is subject of the formula. If we wasipha another angle but beta low, therefore it means that QT squared begoba is subject of the formula. Now we substitute QS in ubani 6, and then ST ubani 8, and then QT is given as X minus 2 times 8 times X cos theta and then siyenzani, simplify. 6 squared is 36, and then 8 squared is 64 plus x squared minus 2 times 8 is 16x, right? 16x. Now into engiyenzayo-ke manje ngifuna ukwenza ubani cos what? Cos x, the subject of the formula. So this minus 16x cos theta, so transpose to the left hand side, and then this 36 to the right hand side. So when something like this negative 16x cos theta nakafika to the left hand side yoba positive, then you divide up both sides of the equation ngobani or sine x, because of ngifuna ukuthi sine x 16x akhanseleke, right? So the things usala nobani no cos theta. So therefore cos theta is equal to 64 minus 36 is 28, and then lo x squared lo divided by 16x. So this is our answer for 7.2.1. Now for 7.2.2, all right, again, lana sifuna the length qt. Remember, qt is given as ubani, as x, right? Qt is given as x. Now bachaza ukuthi determine the length of qt. Nabasho njalo bachaza ukuthi we need to find the value for x, right? Sifuna value ka x kahle kahle. Now in order to calculate i-value ka x, I need to set up an equation, right? Ngizodinga ukuset up an equation. Leyo equation angicela ukuyiseta yizonginceda ukuthi ngicalculate i-value kabani ka x. So in order to set up an equation, ngathini mar, it's sort of like, okay, this is singasho sethi this is the first equation, right? Ngizodinga another equation in terms of x, so that things ngizokwazi ukwenzani equate this equation and the other equation and solve for x, right? Or singasho sithi ngidinga sort of like a simultaneous equation, right? Uma iso angikhona ukuyisolve le equation, I cannot solve this, angikhona ukusolve this for x, right? Because of nobani, cos bani theta. If bebangiphi angle ka theta, bengizovele ngisubstitute mhlambe ngithola u3, bese ngenzani, bese ngisolve for x. But manje angikhona ukusolve for x. So in other words, I need to find another equation in terms of x which is equal to bani cos theta. That's why ngidinga sort of like a simultaneous equation. Now bheka ke manje, ngizodinga another equation yakhona it must be able to link ubani uqt with this equation lega 28 plus x squared divided by 16x, right? Bheka ke manje, since this is a parallelogram, upr no ts ba parallel, so it means the angle yala yafana na le angle yala. So I'm alternating angles. So q1, it's what? It's angle theta. It's angle theta now. So this angle q1 is what? Is theta. And then babuya batikiti upr has a midpoint at bani at q. So it means lana kuba 4 nangape kuba bani kuba 4, since the opposite sides in a parallelogram are also equal. Now since q is midpoint, so ngapha kuba 4, ngapha kuba ubani u4. Now sengino theta, yes, ngino theta lana, right? Ngino theta and ngino 4, ngino 3, bese ngiba no bani, ngiba no x la. Now I can apply a cosine rule again and find unogai cos theta equal to something, right? Cos theta equal to something using a cosine rule, so that leyo expression engizobe ngitholile ngizokwazi ukuyi-equate na this one and calculate for x. 19 ngikhuluma ngayo ke 7.2.2 sithini siku triangle PTQ, triangle PTQ. Let's go. Triangle PTQ sithi-ke manje siyothi since nangu cos theta la, nangu theta, the opposite side ubani PT, so kuyoba PT squared equal to TQ squared plus PQ squared minus 2 times TQ times PQ times cos theta. Ngifuna this thing ibe yi-subject of the formula again, so that ngizothola another expression bese ngiyawa equator and so for x. PT is what? Is 3, so you go 3 squared lana, and then TQ is x, you go x squared plus PQ ubani 4 squared minus 2 in bracket x, PQ is 4 times cos theta, and then 3 squared, it's 9, you know, x squared plus 16 lana, 2 times 4 times x, it's minus 8 x cos theta. Then transpose this just like we did on the previous question. Give about 8x cos theta equal to x squared plus 16 minus 9, right? Minus 9, and then divide up both sides by 8x again. 8x cancel, ngisala nobani ke? Ngisala no cos theta equal to x squared equal to x squared. What is 16 minus 9? Now it's 7, so we go plus 7 divided by 8x. Now lento bengikhuluma ngayo, cos theta equal to, imagine this is a simultaneous equation 1 and equation 2. Then I equate the two equations. You want to x squared plus 7 divided by 8x, 28x plus x squared divided by 16x. Then ngiyasolve ke manje. Then I simplify. Uma ngizosimplify lana, I see that the LCM yami ubani 16, so nang times ngo 16 ngapha nangapha. 16x is my LCD, le cancelana na le x ucancelana no x, and then ngapha ngimultiply ngo 16 nakhona, lo x ucancelana na lo x, and then ngisala nobani no 16. What is what's this? 16 divided by 8 is 8, so give a wait, is 2. Oh, it's 2 now. It's 2. So this is equal to 2. So we sell out 2 x squared plus 7 equal to 28x plus x squared, and then nang multiply la nang thola 2x squared plus 14 equal to 28x plus x squared. Then I transpose ke manje. Then I transpose everything to one side. Okay, I think it's so. And then you're going to 2x squared minus x squared minus 28x plus 14, which is equal to 0. Then lana you're going to x squared 2x squared minus x squared, it's x squared minus 28, x plus 14 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Then okay. Yeah, so something is wrong. Yeah, so something is wrong. Something is way off la. But I see, man. Singapore now. It's this thing, le. Lana, it's not x. Lana, it's not x. Lana, it's not x. It's 28 plus x squared divided by 16x. 28 plus x squared divided by 16x. Agna 28x la. I was surprised nangabiya look nailoging ingnikezilo kanje i-trinomial, but now that is fixed. LCM yambe ku 16 cancel 16, x cancel x, and then lana ngisala no 2, so kuyoba 2 x squared plus 17 is equal to 28 plus x squared. Okay, now it makes sense again, man. X squared plus 14 equal to 28 plus x squared, and then you transpose everything to one side of the equation. You total out 2x squared minus x squared minus 28 plus 14 equal to 0. So like about x squared, and then lana it's negative 28 plus 14. You're gonna, what's this? Wait. Passing you're gonna look now. I will have a negative 14. Negative 14 equal to bani 0. Then boom, x squared is equal to 14. Take the square root, and then x1 is equal to the square root of bani 14. X is equal to square root bani 14. So this is my QT. QT is the same as the x value, so therefore x1 is equal to the square root of 14. So that error nyana le yenzele video ukuthi ithathe a bit longer. So yeah, thanks for watching. Nanga we enjoy this video, please leave a like, ungakhohlwa ukushare nabangani bakho. In the description box there are other videos ungawabukela. So for now, asibonane on the next video. Ungakhohlwa nokusubscribe. So yeah, asibonane on the next video, and bye bye.